Hi viewers, we have a wonderful personality with us on Career Today. He is a food safety expert, he is a trainer, he is the author of internationally recognized books on food safety. His name is Richard Sprenger. He is the chairman of Highfield, UK. Let's meet him. Thank you very much for joining me at my show, Career Today. And it's a moment of delight for me, it's a moment of honor for me. So, the story of Highfield starts in 1982.
Correct.
Would you like to tell me something about this Highfield story?
Back in the 70s, the UK had very little in the way of formal food training.
Right.
And I felt at the time, as a young food inspector,
Right.
that we would benefit, our food safety would be improved, our food poisoning would be reduced,
Right.
if we had some formal training courses.
Right.
And so, at the time, I got together with some colleagues, we looked at what was needed,
Right.
and we put together a program.
Right.
I realized then there was no books available.
Right.
So I decided to spend my time writing books
Right.
to support the courses. Some of the courses were for food handlers and then some were for managers. So I spent thousands of hours
Right.
putting together books, and eventually they form the basis of the most popular food safety course
Right.
in the United Kingdom.
Right.
And my wife and I decided at the time
Right.
to mortgage our house to purchase sufficient books to set up
Right.
our own company
Right.
in delivering food safety training materials.
Right.
And in 1982, after about 4 years, that was the start of Highfield, which was then called Highfield Publications.
Right. And later you developed this Highfield into an awarding body?
Correct. I actually joined the company. My wife looked after the company in the early stages because I was working as a director of environmental services.
Right.
And she decided to run the company, and I joined the company in 99.
Right.
That was 1999.
Right.
And then a few years after that, we decided that we would formulate an awarding body. By that time, my youngest son, Christian, had joined us.
Right.
And he was very instrumental in working with us.
Right.
And then just later than that,
Right.
my eldest son joined us, Jason, and together we applied to become an awarding body in the UK, which would be responsible for providing food safety qualifications in the UK.
That's right. And basically it's a family business, I would say.
It's a family business,
Yeah.
very much so.
That's
It
right.
involved, at that stage, it involved myself, my wife, Jane, my youngest son, Christian, and my oldest son, Jason.
Yeah. Why has food safety become a subject of very high importance around the globe?
I think that we're learning more and more about the reasons that people are being ill.
Right.
And when I first started as somebody interested in food safety, there was a lot of people that were ill,
Right.
but nobody put it down really to problems with the food. It was traveller's illness or something. You'd go on holiday and you'd expect to be ill. But then we found that we were discovering more and more food poisoning organisms. And there are as many serious food poisoning organisms now that when I first started had not been discovered. And I think food safety became more and more important as people realised that the many millions of people across the world
Right.
that were suffering from food poisoning,
Right.
and many people dying, and many people having short life expectancy, it was all down to the fact that food was not being handled properly. Food
Right.
was not being prepared properly.
Right.
So food safety became much more important when people realised that a lot of the pain and suffering and the illness, which is all preventable, or most of it's preventable,
Right.
it was essential that we had, and that was a key interest for me in developing more and more tools that we can use to combat food poisoning, which obviously is what food safety is about.
Right. And how many centers do you have around the globe who are offering these Highfield qualifications?
The centres would be approaching around 4,000 centres
Right.
that are registered with us to deliver our qualifications, but it's not just food safety. We do lots of other qualifications. We do health and safety, security, first aid, lots of them. The company has grown and grown until it's now around the 5th largest awarding body in terms of qualifications issued within the UK, but the number one specifically for safety and compliance.
Let me talk something about your recent initiative, which is your collaboration with COTHM in Pakistan.
Yes.
So would you please shed some light on this collaboration between Highfield and COTHM, and why have you chosen Pakistan and COTHM for this collaboration?
I suppose, to be honest, it's because COTHM chose Highfield.
Right.
We first came across COTHM in Dubai, and they've got a smaller operation compared with Pakistan, and they were looking at Highfield, who have offices based in Dubai, and that's where I'm based.
Right.
And we were approached to help COTHM establish in the UAE.
Right.
And I think once that we'd had discussions,
Right.
COTHM realised the tremendous potential that was available to the two companies working together
Right.
to operate in Pakistan so that we could improve food safety. And I think that the CEO of COTHM had a vision, and that vision involved working with all the stakeholders, that is the government, that is the food inspectors, the food industry, the consumers, the trainers, the laboratories, the teachers, anybody that's got an interest in food safety, working together to develop food safety training and qualifications and other systems such as hazard analysis, commonly known as HACCP,
Right.
the person in charge program, lots of other things, working together to make a difference to food safety in Pakistan.
Right.
And that's his vision, and I'm on board because I had that vision for the UK.
Right.
I've helped other countries realise parts of that vision, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity to realise the whole of the vision, because there's so many people that I've met while I've been here in Pakistan, so many people realise how important food safety is and are so supportive of the initiatives that COTHM and Highfield are looking at working together to achieve this vision.
Okay. This is your first visit to Pakistan, I believe?
It's my first visit to Pakistan.
And
I just managed to get here.
Great. And how is the experience? Would you like to share? You've been around, I believe, in Lahore. And
Yes.
how do you find Lahore and Pakistan generally?
Well, I haven't seen anywhere else in Pakistan
Right.
except Lahore.
Right.
And I found it a very, very interesting experience.
Right.
I've met some wonderful people.
Right.
And I've had some really enjoyable meals. The rest of the time I've been spent working, and so I've had early mornings,
Right.
and I've had late nights,
Right.
but I've enjoyed it all, and I've enjoyed the experience of Pakistan.
Right.
It's a thriving community. It's extremely busy, extremely busy, and I think that it is something I'm looking forward to spending more time and seeing other parts of Pakistan as well.
Right.
Because people keep telling me about the mountains
Yeah.
and the green areas,
Yeah.
and there's so much variety in Pakistan that I hadn't envisaged before, and
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, actually Pakistan has a lot to offer to people
Yeah.
like you who are coming from outside Pakistan.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're going to come again very soon. Richard, it was lovely talking to you, and thank you very much for your precious time to be on my show. And I hope to invite you again at my show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure,
Yeah.
and I'm really thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. So viewers, we had Mr. Richard Sprenger, the chairman of Highfield UK with us. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. Give us your feedback. Allah Hafiz.